breaking news is that Shot City has a new gun. Welcome to Shot City, baby!
Hey guys, this is John Meacham, lead instructor and owner of Nightfall Tacticians. If you're at this point in the class, we're going over how to clean a firearm. So, how to field strip and clean your firearm. First, we've got a P320 6-hour M18 that we are going to be using as our demonstration gun for this. So you'll need a firearm as part of your materials. I've got some gloves to protect my hands from any harsh chemicals. I use Q-tips, some cotton cleaning patches, a barrel rod with a brush on it, and I use a toothbrush as my brush to just clean out any carbon buildup. And then I also have my cleaner, which is a all-in-one CLP. It cleans, lubricates, and protects. This is Balisol. I like using this because it's skin safe. So, let's get into it.
Alright, so I've got my gloves on and we're going to get into the disassembly of the firearm. So first, we're going to pick it up. Make sure it is unloaded, so drop the magazine by pressing the magazine release button, and then we are going to lock it open, inspect our chamber, and our chamber is empty. Then we are going to rotate the takedown lever. So I rotate that takedown lever to about 6 o'clock. Then I hit the slide stop, send the slide forward, and that slide should come right off for me, which it does. So now I have my frame and slide separated. I can then take my recoil spring out. That's my recoil spring. And then I can take my barrel out as well. So I've got my barrel out. And then I have my slide that is just empty at this point. Alright, so first step for cleaning a firearm that I'm going to do, I'm going to work on this slide real quick. So I'm going to take my solvent, my Balisol, going to dip some of that into the cap and just swirl it around here a bit, and then wipe down the rails of the gun to get any dirt or grime off of that, and then just do a quick little rub anywhere that I can to get any more powder or dirt, grime, whatever's in there off. So you can see that I got a little bit on the Q-tip. This gun was already pretty clean. So then I'll go over that with a patch as well on the inside. So take a patch, wipe that down. Get real into the slide here, like where the barrel sits. Also get the breech face right up in here. You can see a lot of dirt and powder build up in there. And then I'll run a patch through here until I feel that it's clean enough that I would feel comfortable carrying it. Then I'll move to my recoil spring. My recoil spring doesn't really require too much. I'll just take a patch. I don't even put oil on it. I just twist it through the patch, and that's all I really do for the recoil spring. And then I'll set that aside. My main focus is going to be my barrel. So my barrel, I am going to set my slide aside and focus on my barrel here. So with my barrel, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the barrel brush, run that through a couple times, in, back out, in, back out, and back out. So run it through a couple times dry. Then I'll soak a patch. Soak that patch with some oil. Put it on my barrel brush and then run that through the barrel. And then drag it back through, and you see that I've got a little bit of dirt and stuff on my patch here. This is very clean for the most part, so I just run this through again on the other side, and I'd keep doing that again and again until the patch comes out nice and white. Especially if it's a carry gun, you want to make sure that you keep your carry guns pretty pristine. So for the most part, that's pretty good. Then I'll wet another patch with a little bit of oil or solvent, whatever you're using, and I'll just leave a nice light coat of it on my barrel, so that can be working on the surface of the metal as it sits until the next time I take it out and shoot it. So that's cleaning your barrel. And then for your slide, pretty much the easiest part, because you don't want to, I mean your frame, sorry I said slide, your frame, pretty much the easiest part is to basically not get any oil in here. So all you're really going to do is run a toothbrush over here in your slide and just brush out anything that you can visibly see. I even go down the magazine well. Brush out as much as you can. Don't be afraid to use a patch if you want to. Remember, no oil on this part, because if you put oil down in this part of the frame where all your trigger housing is, you're just going to attract more of that gunpowder, carbon buildup, and things like that, which you don't want. So this gun looks pretty clean to me, and that's literally all I'll do for my firearms. I would also go over the magazine with a light coat of oil as well, especially a still magazine. I'll wipe that down with a little bit of oil, just make sure that's lubricated. And then I'll set everything aside and reassemble. So I'll take my slide, grab my barrel. My barrel is going to slide in to the slide in that first hole, and then I bring it back and it falls right into place. Then I take my recoil spring, so I take the fat end of the recoil spring and have that facing forward towards the muzzle, if you can see that. And then there's two little lugs here, and it's like a little space where this recoil spring will fit perfectly into here. So I'll push forward on the spring and it seats right down in there perfectly. All right, so I'm going to take my slide and put it onto my frame. So I'm going to take my slide, line the rails up on the frame and slide, and then just rack this to the rear, lock it up and open, lock that action open with my slide stop lever, rotate that takedown lever counterclockwise and then send my slide forward, and it is together. And I'll do a quick little function test. Looks like it's functioning fine. I'll pull the trigger, cock it again, test the safety works, and then I'll go over the outside of the slide with a nice light coat of oil as well. So just a little bit of oil on a patch here, and then I will wipe that onto the slide. And particularly on these flat dark earth guns, you will really notice and be able to see that powder from the muzzle. So that is how to disassemble, field strip, and clean and reassemble your firearm or your pistol. All right, thank you for watching.